This week's video, I flipped a coffee table from this to this. But there were so many hiccups along the way, and I'll be bringing you along and showing you all the tips I learned from trying to flip this furniture. So if you're new and thinking of flipping your own furniture, this video is for you. Hi everyone! This week I tackled another flip, and this time it's a wooden coffee table that was from the 90s. It has a black frosted glass top and a wooden bottom shelf. This looked like an easy flip. I knew I didn't want the dark wood varnish, so it's very 90s. My plan was to just sand down everything and just showcase the natural wood like this, very country farmhouse begitu. Removing the glass top was scary, but I got to do it. I decided to take apart everything since I thought it would be easier to sand. Truthfully, I could just sand it as it is, but well, it wouldn't be me if I didn't make it more complicated. Oh my god, I didn't think sanding everything down to raw wood could take such a long time. Just these 4 legs took me few hours. My hands were shaking after that. I wish there was paint strippers available here in KK. If any one of you from KK who knows where I can get paint strippers, please comment on this video. That would make my future projects go so much faster and easier. I also sanded down the sides of the table to its raw wood. I love seeing the original wood. I thought, this is it. It's gonna look beautiful just as I imagined it would, until I got to the bottom shelf. And this, my friends, is the start of the many hard lessons which I will share with you. Hopefully you don't make the same rookie mistake I did. Number 1, always double check your surfaces. See if it's covered in laminate or veneer. If it's laminate, there's no point in sanding. If it's wood veneer, you can still sand, but you just need to be careful not to sand too much or you'll ruin the veneer. If you're like me, I don't want to risk ruining the veneer, so I only have one option, which is to paint. And that means for this piece, my original plan had to change. Now, because I didn't plan to paint it originally, I didn't go out and buy any new paint. But I remembered I had some white leftover paint, so I decided to just use that one. And then I had this so-called great idea to try whitewash on the legs and sides of the table. Because I thought, since the shelf top is already white and I felt like the wood was a little too woody, whitewash would kind of blend it a little bit. I've never done whitewash, but I thought, how hard could it be, right? You just dilute the paint with water, get some paint on the wood, and then just wipe off the excess. Easy peasy. Yes, it is easy, but there is another hard lesson for me that I learned. Lesson number 2, always check what type of paint you have. Is it water-based or oil-based? Because whitewash only works with water-based paint. This is such a dumb moment for me. No wonder I never got to science class. With such confidence, I poured water into the white paint. And guess what? The water just floats above the oil paint. Even though I couldn't dilute the paint, I still wanted to try that whitewash effect. So I said, what the heck? Let's just try this and see how it goes. Now what I learned is that because the texture of the oil paint is a bit too thick, when you wipe off the excess from the wood, you'll get a really thick layer. So the whitewash wasn't as washed as I would like it to be. Also, I really hate working with oil paint. It's so messy. So guys, if you want to use oil paint, just take note and be prepared with the messiness of oil paint. While waiting for the paint to dry, I decided to spray paint the screws gold. Okay, so here's the thing. After all I did, I still felt something was not quite right. I still felt like I needed to do something. When I look at that huge white surface, I felt it was a bit too like empty, like boring. So here's to another experimental idea. I would do a stencil. Yeah, maybe a mandala or a floral design, but malas lah do intricate designs. So after many Pinterest search, I thought a stripy geo pattern, I don't know what you call it, would be easy and create an interesting pattern on that empty white surface. I took all of my washi tape and started randomly laying the design. After all that is done, I had to decide on what color to do. I didn't want the color to be too bold or contrast because I felt like the whitewash with the black frosted glass top would be a little bit too much. So I decided a muted beige will be perfect. It'll blend in nicely with the whitewash legs. And then another problem came up. I thought I had the color I wanted, but no, I don't. Okay, so this is where we're at right now. Black glass top, I cannot change the color. That has to stay. And then I've got the whitewash legs and sides, which didn't turn out what I wanted. And then I've got that busy design, which I don't know what color to paint. So I'm stuck. This is all too much. Change of plans again. At this point, I'm so frustrated that I had to abandon my whitewash country rustic theme and go one color. I had leftover black paint, so black it is, and then pray that it will turn out nice. I thought, okay, this will work out. There won't be any more problem because it's just black paint all over. Cannot go wrong this time. Wrong again. This ties in with lesson 2. Oil paint and water paint are huge enemies, even when dry. Ugh. So no wonder the black paint just couldn't paint over the white. So here is lesson 3, guys. Always scuff sand before sanding over with another paint. The oil paint dries out with a layer of shine. That's the part you need to get rid of. If not, you'll end up like me having to paint 5 layers over that. Thankfully, the legs and sides were already sanded down, so that one went on smooth. Painting done, 5 layers later. Now it's time for my favorite part. This is just one of those oddly satisfying things I love. Woo. Okay, one more. Okay, last one. That's it. Oh my god, I love how it turned out. There were some bits that I needed to touch up, but nothing I cannot handle. Once I'm satisfied with all the touch-ups, I sealed the top with clear spray paint. Finally, I can assemble the piece together. This took me a while to do. Would have been easier if I had some help, but hey, this is a DIY channel, so I have to do it myself. By the way, if you have not done so, subscribe to my channel. I share all my projects here. I'm no expert, I just love DIYs and I just want to show you my process. I hope this channel will inspire others to make stuff and give some tips and hacks that I learned along the way. So go, click that sub and the bell. Alright, we're almost on the home stretch, guys. I just needed to protect the rest of the wood. I used my favorite matte top coat. You can find that in the shopping link in the description below. Whew! We are done! I almost gave up on this piece. By the way, I decided to name her Oh My God Janice. Okay, so let's go back to how she looked before and look at her now. Oh my god, I love it. She's totally unexpected. I must admit, she turned out so much better than what I have planned. I am glad I went through all that frustration because this would never turn out the way it is. She's modern and eclectic. I love it! So what do you guys think? Hit that like and show me some love. I'm also curious to know what would you do differently. Share me your ideas in the comments. Thanks everyone for watching. I'll be back with another DIY soon. Till then, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!